What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we'll be checking out the next best weapon to add to your loadout. The Tanisha's Mastery has now entered the arena, and this rocket sidearm is truly an incredible weapon that was most definitely worth the 5 or 6 Iron Banner matches that I had to endure. Tanisha's Mastery might be a crucible weapon, but it's about to start making huge waves at all levels of PvE. But as good as it is in the PvE, it will hold its own in the crucible. This is the 4th rocket sidearm in Destiny, joining the Aberrant Action, the Call, and the Indebted Kindness. While many of the base stats for this sidearm mirror that of the others, the Tanisha's Mastery offers some unique benefits through its options and weapon perks. Because this is a stasis weapon, it will fit into the kinetic slot, and because it can drop with Chill Clip, we will be able to cash in on a lot of natural synergy that we're going to have with prismatic and stasis builds that are utilizing Facet of Ruin, Facet of Courage, Whisper of Fissures, and even Whisper of Impetus. This also means that we'll be able to pair this up with several artifact mods like Conductive Cosmic Crystal and Hail the Storm to be able to deal more damage to single high-value targets and large groups of enemies. With the enhanced version of Chill Clip, this will trigger stacks of slow on both the first and second shots that an enemy takes, with the third shot triggering that freeze, which leads to a large shattering burst. With rocket sidearms creating impact and explosive damage, it's going to be really easy to spread stacks of slow across big groups of enemies. Chill Clip remains active on every shot up until the 50% mark, so if you have 12 rounds in the mag, you would have 6 shots of Chill Clip before you would need a reload. Chill Clip's not the only great weapon perk available with this sidearm. Surrounded, One for All, and Bait and Switch would all make great options to increase this weapon's overall damage. And in the third column, we have some incredible options like Loose Change and Deconstruct, which would benefit greatly from all the freeze that Chill Clip will create. There's also Air Trigger, which would be another great option to quickly reload this weapon, as you'll gain a 30-point increase to reload speed whenever your feet are off the ground. But my favorite third column option with this weapon is Reverberation, which increases this weapon's blast radius by 100 points after defeating an enemy. Against our Cabal friend Carl, Reverberation increases the impact damage from just under 14,000 points of damage to upwards of 20,000. So whenever it's paired with Bait and Switch or Chill Clip, you would be looking at a lot of damage that's going to have several bonuses getting stacked on. We were able to test a few different combinations against Carl and came up with a rough draft of a damage test, and we found that if you had 13 rounds available, which all had the benefits of Bait and Switch, then you would deal just over 282,000 points of damage, and Chill Clip would put up around 230,000. But by adding in Reverberation, we would see Chill Clip rise to upwards of 290,000, with Bait and Switch exceeding 310, which are some pretty solid numbers for a special weapon. I would look at this as a weapon to use for crowd control more so than damage rotations, so even though it doesn't deal as much raw damage as Bait and Switch, Chill Clip would be a much better option because we'll be able to trigger all those bonuses that we mentioned earlier, and by having Reverberation in there, we're going to give ourselves a continuous bonus in overall damage anyways. When it comes to the best magazine and barrel options, I really like Flared Magwell, as it will give us a nice increase to our reload speed, so that we can ensure that Chill Clip is always active. But for maximum effectiveness, we would want to use High Explosive Ordnance. This does reduce our magazine size, so we would want to use Backup Mag here. And when it comes to barrel, we would want to go with Hard or Quick Launch, so that we could increase the velocity of our projectiles, so that they would get to our targets quicker. I mentioned earlier that even though this is definitely a PvE weapon, that it can still hold a lot of value within the Crucible. When it comes to this weapon's damage output against other players, you'll find that just like the other rocket sidearms, it has hardly any damage fall off, and it triggers 2 instances of damage on each hit, which deal out a total of 95 points of damage. Targets are going to get slowed on the first shot, but they'll never endure enough shots to be frozen. So if you could manage to maintain the ammo, then this could easily become that weapon that slides into every build, every class, and every activity that you jump into. Tanisha's Mastery is powerful, it's versatile, it's beautiful, and it's easily my vote as the #1 must-have weapon of Revenant. I know a lot of you may not like jumping into Iron Banner, but by using Iron Banner weapons, Iron Banner armor and ornaments, and Iron Banner emblems, you'll be able to increase the reputation gains that you get after each match, which will help you get in and out of there much quicker. and since you're able to get this early on, you'll be able to start focusing it pretty quickly, so hopefully you don't have to spend too many hours grinding out Iron Banner. With that said, I wish you all the best of luck out there. Let me know your thoughts about Iron Banner and about the Tanisha's mastery. Will you be farming out a god roll of this one? Let us know down in the comments. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.